This is Up for Grabs, a podcast where three unfiltered friends talk about anything and everything. And now, here are your hosts, Tracy, Kim, and Rachel.
Welcome to Up for Grabs. Today on Up for Grabs, we are going to discuss songs that take us to a specific place in our memory. So I guess it could be a good memory or a bad memory, depending on what happened.
Why would anyone share a bad memory?
Okay, well, I'm going now. See, now I don't want to. Why would you say that?
Sorry, I only have five on my list. I forgot what one of them was.
So we tried to pick songs that took us to a specific time and a specific place and a specific event, and talk about that because music is important to all of us. I'm here with Tracy.
Hello.
She's back.
From where? I was here last time.
No, I'm just saying. I was pretending like people asked you not to come back.
That's funny.
Wasn't it hilarious?
Before I forget, if you guys could each refer to me at least once by palsy, that was a shout out that I'm giving someone. So
I have to say it?
Like, hey, ya palsy.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not doing that. That's it.
Okay, I'll take it. That's good.
Okay, so Tracy's here and Kim is, of course, here.
Hello. I'm here. I was laughing at the way I said that.
We're hilarious. Music is one of those things that I should tell the listeners that we went around and around about this because we want to do some podcasts about music because we connect with it.
We're not musically inclined, are we? Are you guys?
No.
I think I am. I think I can sing well.
No, you can't. I heard you.
Okay, no, you're wrong.
Palsy.
You don't get to call me that. But I don't play any instruments, and I didn't know if you guys did.
No, I'm not.
I did learn to play the recorder in 5th grade, but that was required.
All did.
That was required learning.
Yeah, I'm not a musical bone in my body.
Okay.
I don't think I'm a horrible singer.
Really?
I don't know.
I think I have a video somewhere of you singing karaoke about 10 years ago.
Yeah, you said you got your days are counting down.
I said
yes. When I turn the big 50, that's going to come.
Is that going to be released to everyone?
Yes, I said I got to release it when she turned 50 because I think that must have been right around your 40th birthday.
It really was because that felt like that forever ago.
Because it seemed like a ridiculous thing to say,
yes.
And I don't know if I still have it anywhere. But if I can find it,
you didn't think we'd make it this far.
I did not.
No. So now Kim's really sweating it out because her video is going to be released of her.
Here we are.
Her rapping. So yes. So music. Yeah, music is important to us, and we had a bunch of different ideas, and I think don't worry. We're going to get to them. We'll end up doing a bunch of shows about different musical
whatever.
Music.
things.
We wanted to do
it.
like a mixtape show, like what our mixtape would be.
Yes.
Yeah.
So but this idea was born out of, they're just, and for me, you guys had more than I only could think of like 3 or 4 tops, but like a song you hear like the opening few notes and your body reacts like you're back and Yes, that's what we're talking about.
It's an emotional Name That Tune.
Yes, it is.
That's fun.
That is fun.
I love Name That Tune back in the day.
Oh, me too.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. Why are you looking?
Okay, Tracy, since you love to play Name That Tune, I want you to go first.
Oh, okay. Okay, so my 5 songs, and I probably could have come up with 100 songs that elicit a feeling. I love driving in the car with my music on. If my kids are in the car, they take over and put their phone playlist on.
Sure.
So I don't get to do it with them in the car. But when I'm by myself, I sing so loudly, pulling up to people. I don't care. I care a little bit. It's a little bit embarrassing. Sometimes I roll up the window, but other times I just leave it down and let them enjoy the show.
The free show.
Okay,
so first song that elicits a specific memory for you.
Okay, the first one is a little emotional, so I'll get that out of the way and then get to the ridiculous.
Okay.
And it is Let It Be. And most people know, and I've got a tattoo that kind of has that. But when Zachary was in the hospital, for some reason, I played it over and over and over again because it just helped me breathe. I just couldn't breathe, just couldn't speak, couldn't do anything. And I just listened to that over and over again. And it brought me some peace and just controlled my breathing like a mantra almost.
Right.
So, so the Beatles' Let It Be would definitely make that list.
So when you hear that song now,
Yes.
what are the emotions that you feel?
Peace.
Okay.
It's not bad. It's not,
That song is
it's not
soothing.
negative, but it's just so peaceful. That it just washes over me peacefully.
And I think it's such a wonderful, the message of the song is basically you have no control.
Absolutely.
You're just going to have to let it go and
Yeah.
let it be. And I know that during that time you were just so overwhelmed and so scared and stressed and all of the above.
There was a lot of uncertainty, and I had to let it be. I had to just let go of anything that I thought I had control of and just breathe through the moment.
And don't you think that that is an amazing gift?
Yes.
That someone could write a song that would mean so much to you?
Yeah.
I wish I was that talented at
Well, the story
anything.
behind the song is Paul McCartney lost his mom when he was young, and
Right.
that song is about her
I didn't know
coming
that.
to him in a dream, I believe.
Right.
If I have the
and
story right.
And the Mother Mary was not Mother Mary as in Jesus'
No,
mom.
it
It
was
was
his
referring
mom.
his. But I put whatever I want into it.
No, but
So-
the fact that it's through a health crisis.
Yeah.
That's something that song.
Yeah.
It is. That's a perfect song for that.
And there have been lots and lots of times in my life where I've just had to let something be.
Yep.
I believe it or not, I think I can control a lot of things, and I control smurfly nothing.
Nothing. Did you say Smurfly?
Yeah. Do you not say that?
Okay, no one says that. It's
I've
not
never-
1982.
Do you remember when the word Smurf was replaced into everything
1982.
in Smurf Village? No?
I don't.
When?
In the show. You didn't watch the
No,
show?
I'm talking about the show was like 100 years ago, and you're still throwing a Smurfly?
Yes.
Well, that's how she rolls.
You're welcome.
I liked Gargamel better anyway, but go
You
ahead.
would.
I know.
That fits. Okay, the next one. Okay, I don't want to pronounce the title as it's written, so I'm just going to say the but it was da butt. Do you remember?
Doing da butt?
Yes.
In the butt.
Oh, I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to hear what memory this evokes.
So dumb. It's humiliating.
And they call out people's names.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey,
Yes.
Tracy.
Tracy's
Yeah.
got a big old butt. Oh, yeah.
That
Yeah.
would be the so my senior year of high school, and I was going to Ball State, and they had an orientation for new students, and they had a dance in the student union that night for the people that stayed all night. My mom and I went. We never went anywhere, just the two of us, and this was an overnight. It was like a really big deal. Anyway, I entered that dance contest, and I won. In front of my mom.
Wow.
Sober. The whole thing is so ridiculous that I love that
It was
memory.
a dance contest?
They had us up on a stage and we had a contest. It happened and I won.
I can't believe anyone had enough nerve to even participate.
These were people that I had never met that I was going to be going to school with the next
But it was
year.
a contest, and you were
And it
all
was a
about
contest, and I was in.
And you won.
Yes.
What did you get?
Nothing. I don't know. I might have gotten a Ball State
But
t-shirt.
when she hears that song, watch out.
The only
break
thing,
out.
will
You
not
break
still
out
do
into
it.
dance.
All right, I'll show you a quick. No, I'm just kidding.
the only thing that could have made that story a little bit better was if your mom had to do the dance with you.
She would have won ahead of me, so I'm glad
I
she
thought
didn't
maybe it was
enter.
like a mother daughter boy.
No, I'm pretty sure
Combo.
she was sitting in the back, dying of embarrassment. I don't know, but it's so ridiculous now. The person that I am today, to imagine the person I was then doing
The
it.
innocence of being young.
It seemed like a great idea. Get on up there, Tracy. So you're welcome. My next one is It's Raining Men.
Hallelujah.
Oh my Lord.
Wasn't that in like every male review show, like the Australian?
Oh,
what
yes.
were those guys called?
Thunder Down Under.
Oh, were they in Vegas when we were
Yes,
there?
they were. 'Cause
Anyway, not for that reason. That is not my memory.
Didn't the three of us go see Magic Mike together?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh,
I
we
said-
did.
That was
Opening-
the movie where I said I'm never going to another movie with her.
Oh, yeah,
because
opening
she's
night.
ridiculous.
That was it. I thought it was Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Oh, yeah, I was forgetting
That was
Sarah
that,
Marshall. The opening scene. Anyway.
Anywho.
It's Raining Men, and not for the reason that you're thinking. It was no male review that I'm remembering. One of my sisters had a jukebox, still does, in her living room. And so there were lots of CDs on there. And back in the day, 20 years ago, most of them were compilations of, dance music. Yeah. What was the dance one? Dance Fever? I don't know. But that song was on there. And the kids would dance around the room. They would jump around on the furniture and dance around like crazy. And to this day, which is, 15 to 20 years later, they all get in the car and drive around and sing it like crazy. They've done it like if it comes on, it's on, and everyone dances around and sings. And so I picture the kids. I mean, just like a couple of months ago, the cousins all get in the car and drive with the windows down and sing that song. And I love that memory.
That's cute.
And there's a part 2 to this song. It's a twofer. The other part of it is that Samantha, in middle school, they were doing a production of Beauty and the Beast.
Samantha's your daughter.
Samantha's my daughter, my oldest. And she is anxious and a little awkward sometimes. And but she was going to go out for the school musical, which we were all shocked. And in order to audition, you had to sing a song. And she picked It's Raining Men. And just the other day, she was like, Mom, what in the hell were you thinking letting me do that? And I said, it was the only song that I knew you knew all the words to. And, you had to be confident. And she did get the role of Lady with Cane.
I remember her.
So it panned out for her, is what I'm saying.
It's Raining Men.
Yeah. So there's that. I'm embarrassed to say my others. I didn't realize these would sound like they do, and now they all just sound ridiculous. Okay, the next one is Brick House by the Commodores.
Please tell me there wasn't another. There was another dance contest.
It's not really a dance contest.
Oh, I do like that song, though.
Okay, a couple of things. You have to understand that, like, back in the day, I worked in bars. I worked at a bar at Ball State, and then I worked at a couple bars in Broad Ripple with live music. A couple of them had live music, and that was a song that a lot of people covered.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But when my sisters and I would go out, or my friends, whatever, and we would dance to, I just remember dancing until I was sweaty,
That's a wedding song, definitely,
it was so fun.
Yeah.
And then you would go sit down and they would stop for a second and you'd go to have a drink, and then Brick House would come on and everybody would look at each other and go, break's over, get out there. You had to run back out there to dance.
It was your job. Yeah.
Like it was my job. So,
well, like Kim said, when I think Brick House, I think of every fun wedding reception I've ever been to.
Exactly. That is a fun
and you see
song.
Great aunts out there, and they're shameful, and it's awesome and embarrassing and hilarious. Okay, and that's the kind of memory I like to conjure up: is awesome, hilarious, and embarrassing. Okay. And then the last one really could be any Frank Sinatra song, but I picked That's Life just because I really like that one, and that reminds me of my parents. They would dance together in the house. We would, step on my dad's feet and dance. And, even towards the end, like my mom would dance around her kitchen. We'd come over on a Saturday and she'd be sitting there drinking coffee and snapping her fingers. She was a finger snapper. I don't know why. But I could picture her red nails. I could picture her gold rings. I could picture her dancing. So I know pretty much every word to every Frank Sinatra song ever.
Nice.
And
I love it.
So I'm ending it on that classy note versus the butt.
Yeah.
Quit saying duh.
It's not the, it's duh.
Yeah.
I know, but I can't do that. That's ridiculous.
Don't make Kim
That's
sing
what
the
I'm
whole
going to
song.
choose is ridiculous.
Okay.
So that's me.
Well, I like those.
Thank you.
And do you oftentimes hear them, or do you put them on like your little car playlist?
I have Apple Music, so yeah, I do.
I wish I could pull up next to you when Debut came on, but okay.
I will intentionally pull up next to you. I'll do it when we're done.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
Kim, what you got for me?
Well, okay, here are my 5. And it's funny how mine were more me centered instead of, I don't know. Once I go through them, my first one is kind of a downer, it's the emotional one. And then the rest of them I think are fun. My first song is 1,000 Years by Christina Perri. 8 years ago, we were pregnant. I was pregnant, not we. We were expecting our 4th child. And about 20 weeks in, we found out that there could have possibly been something chromosomally wrong. And it happened to be the same time that my son was graduating from grade school, so 8th grade, and that song came on. And that was the first time that the song was popular then. And we were dancing, and I was, we were going through a very emotional time as a family. And Jack said to me, just listen to this song. Everything's going to be all right.
Oh,
so
Jack.
Fast forward a few months, and we ended up losing Isabel at 32 weeks with a chromosomal disorder. But that song has followed me to this day. And I'm going to give one example, because I could give a million examples of where I've heard this song and why it's not a coincidence. But a couple years ago, my brother was doing a graduate degree in Rome. So he was studying in Rome, and I got the opportunity just to go with my mom. And we went to visit him for a week. And I happened to be gone over my birthday, which was even more thrilling that I was in Rome on my birthday. And we were coming home from dinner one night. And in the streets of Rome, it's just as you would picture. It's like a postcard. There are people that are playing instruments for money, and there was a man playing the violin. And we weren't too close to him, but we were close enough to hear the violin. And out of nowhere, I just stopped in my tracks. And he was playing that song.
Oh my gosh.
On my birthday in Rome.
I had chills.
And it was amazing. And I could tell you 100 other times that this song, but I hear it when we go on vacation. I hear it when I'm in random places, and I know it's her.
She's with you.
I know. And
I love that.
And listen to this, if you listen to the song 1,000 years, it's that you've known someone 1,000 years and you've loved someone 1,000 years.
Yes.
And it's her song. So.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And it's one of those songs that no matter where I am or what I'm doing, it's been 8 years. It stops me in my tracks every time. Yeah. I can get through it now without crying, but it's just a sweet memory of Isabel.
Beautiful.
Good.
So I'm completely going on a different track now. So imagine in the 80s, Atari is super popular. I don't know if any of you guys remember the game. It wasn't one of the more popular games, but it was a game called River Raid.
Oh, absolutely.
You do
No,
remember River
you
Raid?
made that
Okay,
up.
so it was like a boat that was shooting things and going through. You got your joystick, you're sitting down, you're playing River Raid. On the weekends, we always had the record player on in our house. It was Barbra Streisand, Barry Manilow, or Lionel Richie. So the song "You Are." That.
Yeah. Just so happy she broke in the song.
She's sampling.
I know.
for
I
us.
have to sample. Anyways, that song was on when I hit my high score on River Raid.
Wow.
And
that is a memory.
And it's not too thrilling. Like I was telling my family, and they were like, nobody's going to care. Oh, but you will care if you played Atari back in the day and you wanted to achieve your high score. And I'm going to tell you, I hear that song and it's like I'm back at it. I have like an ache in my hand from the joystick. And I have tried, like, now you can buy the Ataris where it has like the built-in games and stuff like that. I can't find River Raid anywhere.
Oh, we're finding River
So
Raid.
we've got to find it so that was my second song. My third song, and you ladies know that we've talked about this before, and my family was really going to disown me if I used this song, but I don't care. So there's a song out there called Wildfire by Michael Martin Murphey.
I love it.
It is a beautiful, beautiful song about a horse that passes away in a blizzard. It's tragic. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about this song. I forget, I was going to do the year and I forget. I'm not a very visual person, but
Right.
when I hear this song, I know I'm at my grandma's. I can smell the grass. It's summertime. They had horses that lived behind them. I was down in her basement playing this 45, and I thought about her horses, and not my grandma's horses, the neighbor's horses. And I went to bed that night, and I was, dreaming about the song, and I get misty when the song comes on because I think that
Rachel's face right now.
I think about Wildfire getting lost in a blizzard and passing away, and the guy that sings the songs, it's like he's crying out to his horse during this song.
She ran calling.
Okay, I have to say that you and Tracy are huge fans of this song, and I had never heard of it, and we had discussed before about this, and it was maybe 6 months ago we were talking about Wildfire. I'm like, what are you talking about? And then you played it for me, And it was as ridiculous.
And it's soothing.
We love it.
And not many songs you're going to hear the word hoot owl. There's a hoot owl by the window. I'm just saying.
Okay, I probably sang the wrong words because I didn't know Hoot Owl was in there, but I'm going to
now
sing
you're
it on
not
my way
going to miss
home.
it when you hear it.
Right.
You didn't have your magazine that had all the lyrics
Song
in it?
Hits magazine? No,
Well,
I did not. A-hole.
Michael Martin Murphey has a way with words. That's all I have to say.
Well, all I can say is that after you told me about this wonderful song, this touching song, I was getting a root canal, and I'll be darned if Sirius XM, the breeze or the bridge,
oh yeah, it's
or
on there all the time.
The bridge, probably.
whatever it was, I'm in the middle of a root canal and I can hear that song, and I'm like, son of a...
Were you comforted?
No, I was mad. I was like, oh my God, it's that song about the horse.
My girls are going to play that at my funeral. I'm just going to let you know. That's going to be the
I'm
instrumental
going to
music
sing it at
in
your
the background. That's the instrumental music in the background. It's
I'm
going to
to
be
just
wildfire.
stand up in the pew and start belting it out. And I'll say, everyone. And then I'll try to get everyone to join in. Rachel won't, but I will.
I'll be getting a root canal. Go ahead.
Okay. So my fourth one's sentimental. This one is When My Heart Finds Christmas, and it's by Harry Connick Jr. And this is kind of an obscure Harry Connick song, but it is the greatest holiday song, and that's the song that Joe proposed to me. We've always been very big Harry Connick Jr. fans, and we've seen him various times, and this song is so good. And we got engaged December 22nd. So we always exchange gifts a little before. And he surprised me and was playing that song when he proposed. Yeah.
And you told me that story, and I was not into Harry Connick Jr.'s Christmas stuff. And I remember I went out and bought that CD after you told me about that 15 years ago. And it's one of my favorite Christmas CDs ever.
I was going to say, I love his music, but his Christmas is my favorite.
Yes.
I mean, his Christmas music
Joe
is
really
so
came
good.
through. I like
He
it.
did come through. And so
Yeah.
that song, and you don't hear it very much, but now that you have XM, when Christmas music is playing, and they do play it every once in a while, you'll get to hear it. And then my last one, I said last night when I was talking to my kids about it, this is probably my anthem. This is probably my song.
I'm so scared.
I think you might know what it is. I've had a few shining moments with this song. And I'm going to say it the correct way. I mean, not near as street, but Nothing But a G Thing. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg.
I don't even know. I'm stunned right now. I don't know why.
You
I mean,
do know
I
that song.
Give me a little.
I just did.
I just want. Oh, that's what you were singing?
What?
Go ahead.
There's a lot you can't.
It's all bad words.
It's pretty much bad words.
You're so street, Kim.
The best collab, Dr. Dre and Snoop, hands down.
Mic drop.
Mic drop. And I'm
You
gonna,
know multiple collabs by them?
Oh yeah. I mean,
I know.
Yeah, I have a love of old school rap.
Okay.
Particularly like Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. Those two are my favorite.
Okay.
This song was released in '92. This is a song when you're in your 20s, and it was a bar song. It was just a fun. When that song comes on, it brings out Fun Kim. I don't know what it does.
Everyone loves Fun Kim.
And if you don't know me, Fun Kim is fun.
Oh, yes.
She doesn't come out very often anymore. But the last time that she came out full force, well, she's come out a few times, but a memorable occasion with Rachel's husband, Rob, for our husband's 40th birthday, we had a little surprise birthday party, and we had it at just a local bar. And as the night was going on, Rob and I decided that it would be a good idea to karaoke this song.
Good idea, yeah.
And not many times in my life do I feel like a superstar, but Rob and I brought the house down.
You did.
And I had waitresses shocked at my rapping skills, which
I've
made me
witnessed them,
feel
so I know.
ridiculously old and white. But
You did bring the house down.
I did. And now it's kind of a burden, because if I
Everyone
am in social
expects it of you.
situations where there's drinking going on and there's karaoke, oh, Kim, are you going to, and it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
was
It's when
kinda-
the mood hits you. You can't beat, you can't. Yeah.
You know.
And that was lightning in a bottle. You and Rob.
That was lightning
You
bottle.
had just enough alcohol. You had, I don't know. That night was fun. And I recall, because we took up a good portion of the bar.
Yes.
But there were people there that didn't know who we were, that were very, very impressed with your skills.
So that was 10 years ago too.
Oh
That
my
was a
gosh.
decade ago, because it was when the boys turned 40. So
I'm surprised. I don't even know what to say to any of this. Once again, You've left me speechless, Kimberly.
Well, that shouldn't surprise you, though. You know my love of gangster rap. You know that.
When you say it with that voice, I don't know what to do with you.
You know.
You know.
You know. If you know, you know.
But yes, but that's my list. That's my list of songs that bring back memories and make me happy.
Well, I'm impressed. Both of you had, and I know, Tracy, you said you could have gone on and on. Like you
I
stopped
could've.
at 5.
I stopped myself.
And I didn't get to 5. The one that is like, for sure, like came to mind first for me, it's worth about 100 because it was so traumatic. So I'll start with that and then just move.
Start with the trauma.
Yeah, I'm
and
going to
move
start
forward.
with trauma.
All
I'm going
right.
to go with trauma and then
Bring
move.
it. I'm ready.
Okay, so 1985, I was a freshman in high school, and well, really, I was at the junior high because our thing, like freshmen were still at the junior high. You didn't get to go to high school until you were sophomore, junior, senior.
I'm so afraid you're going to say you got your period in white pants.
Wow, no, that didn't happen.
Okay, go ahead.
Because that's really bad.
Okay.
I mean, that's really bad.
Okay. I'm sorry, that can be cut out.
And now I'm trying to think if that ever happened to me.
And a song
came on.
A song came on.
No, so it's like, you're 14 and you're in high school and it's already awkward. You're already self-conscious. You already whatever. So they thought it was a great idea. The student council at school thought it would be a great idea to have what they called a data dance. And you basically filled out a questionnaire. What do you like? And then based on your responses, they paired you with your perfect match.
That's horrible.
You didn't get to know who your perfect match was until you got there. And then they told you the number that you both would be wearing.
At a dance?
At a dance.
In front of everyone.
And then you had to look around
Oh.
to try to find your perfect match.
That sounds horrible.
And then the only thing you were on the hook for was to slow dance with this perfect match once. So I'm like, what could go wrong?
That's a terrible
and I
social.
said, I'm in. Here's my $1.
That's a terrible social experiment. That's
But back then it was very utilized.
Was it?
Maybe.
I don't know. Okay, so I thought, I'm in. And my biggest fear was that I would be hooked up, my perfect match was going to be some really gross, dorky person. Because then you're like, that's my perfect match. And that would be embarrassing. And you're like, oh my God.
Right.
But then there was two edges to it. Because then I'm like, but what if it's someone that I think is super cute?
Yes.
I'm going to die because I'm 14.
Right.
So what do? I put on my lucky sweater, and my lucky sweater was 100% wool, and it weighed about 10 pounds.
How lucky.
I don't know if it was my lucky sweater, but it was like one that I felt comfortable in. Like, you want to wear something you were confident in. Well,
you prefer to itch?
Well, it didn't itch, but it was very heavy. So I go in there not anticipating all the sweating I was going to be doing just from being
just
nervous.
The nerves, yes.
That sounds
okay.
fresh.
So I go in. And I had my perm. Let's not forget. Let me set the stage. The perm that had the frosted, highlighted tips and braces. So
Adorbs.
I walk into the data dance with my heavy sweater on, and I'm already a little jittery. And I get my number, and I go, and I find the person that's my perfect match. And it's a really cute guy that I like that hangs out with the really popular people that I would never ever talk to in like a million years.
Delightful.
And terrifying. And this is so high school, and it even makes it worse. There were more girls than boys. So he had 2 perfect matches.
Oh my.
No.
Yeah. So he had to dance with 2 different people. So there were 2 songs played for all the boys that had 2 different perfect matches. And I'll be damned if like his other perfect match wasn't like the super popular, pretty, petite girl that was, I was like, so, yeah. And so then I so I was sweating because then you had to wait the whole dance. Like you never knew when they were going to play the song. You didn't know. And then I didn't know, was I the first song or the second song? And where do I... Oh my God. So they played the first song and he didn't come around. So I'm like, well, I guess I'm the second song. And the second song was You're the Inspiration by Chicago.
Perfection.
And there's a piano beginning to that to this day, if I hear it, my chest tightens.
Oh.
Like, and I am in 9th grade and I am sweating like Ewing. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die of embarrassment. I don't know. We did dance to this song. I have no idea if I said anything. It's like, I think I blacked out.
I bet you did.
I am feeling such emotion for Little Rach right now.
Little Rach was struggling. I mean, I was super excited that it was the cute popular guy.
Yeah, for real.
But I was so sweaty at that
so
point.
painful.
I could have
You
passed
should have made
out.
your move. It was your one shot.
And
Make
the
your
fact
move.
that you had, it was 2 songs.
So that was fun. So if I ever hear You're the Inspiration, I get a little verklempt.
You have to tell me later when we're off air who it is so that I can search him out on the internet and do my investigative
Oh my God,
skills.
I forgot that you really, I'm afraid to tell you who it is. No, but it was one of those things that was also so 9th grade. So we danced to this song that I looked up. I just wanted to make sure it's 3 minutes and 50 seconds long. So I was conscious and standing.
That's a long song.
And it happened. And then it was as if we, never ever again did we ever look at each other or say hi.
I love it.
So it was as awkward as it sounds. So that was that.
I'm sorry.
I'm okay now.
I can tell. I think you're sweating through your sweatshirt.
The whole time you were describing that story, I was like thinking that could be a perfect scene of a 1980s
I know,
movie.
but my heart was racing.
I know. I mean, and I was thinking how you would get so sweaty and itchy from your sweater, and how awful that would be just to wait for the first song to be over. Then it's going to be your turn.
Yeah. It was everything that it built up
and
to be.
And you know, just for the record, that no one went through and matched up based on your answers. They literally just paired people up.
They did. And I mean, part of me was like, oh, fun. It's, with somebody popular. And then I thought, oh no, it's with someone popular. Like, I'm going to actually have to go through with this. This is, I was looking for Anthony Michael Hall. It seemed like a scene that he would be in with Molly Ringwald.
Did he take your underwear in the bathroom?
I gave it to somebody else.
You always have to cross the line, Tracy.
Sorry.
Wow.
Was
Okay.
that 16 candles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's my main one. That's the song that I was like,
That's a doozy.
It's a doozy. Another just more lighthearted one. It's back when I was probably 4 or 5, and we would be coming home from the K. We used to swim at the KFC on the north side in Carmel, and it's not in Carmel, it's in Indy. But anyway, it's like the first song I remember hearing and like, hey, what's that? Like I wanted to know what it was, and then I remembered, and then when it would come on again, I would get really excited. Band on the Run by Wings.
Yes.
And so it just takes, like I hear, well, the first part of it, I always thought it was 2 different songs when I was little, because it starts out one way and then kind of segues into like the song. Right. But anyway, just makes me, I just feel like clogged with chlorine, and I'm wet and I'm tired and I'm sun on my cheeks, and just my only worry was like, will Dad make hamburgers on the grill when we get home? I don't know.
Or won't he? Yes.
Yeah. So Band on the Run takes me right to the car. Like we would roll down all our windows and just kind of try to dry off that way. And it was a good memory. It wasn't stressful in any way.
Yeah.
No, that's a good song.
Wait, can I interrupt real quick?
Yeah.
We could have been friends because my family went to the Northside KFC until my younger sister technically drowned and was pulled off the bottom of the pool and revived. But we could have been friends that far ago. We never knew.
How do I not know this story?
I don't know. We'll talk later.
Huh.
But I'm just saying we could have been friends.
We might have been
longer.
swimming right next to each other.
Yeah. Continue.
Gosh, we were just meant to be friends.
Don't push it.
I did.
Sweaty pits.
Okay, well, here's another sweaty idea from the same year.
Speaking of sweat.
No, the freshman year was traumatic for me.
As for most girls, freshman year is hard.
And I was kind of new
Yeah.
to the place. It's a bad time to be new. But anyway, the other song that I thought of, and I'm like, oh great, it's freshman year also, was a song that reminds me of gym class in 9th grade. And I found gym class to be stressful. Maybe I was just really high strung, but I was like, it was the first time I had ever been told like I had to change clothes at school, like in front of people.
Yeah, I hated gym class.
And then like go and do, I was okay at stuff, but it was just embarrassing to put, I don't know.
The whole thing's ridiculous.
It just really, it wasn't good. So the teacher had a really fun, I don't even know how this was gym class, but we went into the wrestling room, which smells about as good as
Smelly
you
and sweaty. Yeah.
Right.
We were to get in groups of 4 and choreograph an aerobics routine to Glenn Fry's "The Heat Is On."
Oh,
from Beverly Hills Cop. I hear that song and I immediately
1, 2, 3,
Yeah,
4.
I'm like,
break out the leg warmers.
Yes, I'm immediately like feel like I need to like start because we did this for like a month and you know the song's not that long. We must have listened to it 20 times per class. It was just awful. So every time I hear "The Heat Is On" by Glenn Fry, which truly isn't very often,
I feel like you grapevined and you kicked. Like, what was happening?
tons of grapevining.
Okay.
I loved a good grapevine.
Grapevining.
I grapevined. We I don't even know what we did.
There was a shimmy involved somewhere. It was the
hope
80s.
not. Well, the thing
I don't
that
know.
made it, it was humiliating. The thing that made it humiliating was after you did do this, you had to present it in front of the class.
Of course you did.
In front of all the judgy girls that were.
Did the teacher pick out the song?
Oh, I'm sure she did.
I didn't know. Like that's. I don't know.
It
The
must
Heat
have
Is
had-
On doesn't scream aerobic to
It
me.
must have had the right number of
I would think
beats
something
per
like
minute or
Olivia
something.
Newton-John or
See,
like
I'm dying
Donna
to tell
Summer or
another
something.
song story, but I'll stop.
No, please do. Because
Okay, the only thing I'm going to add is that in 8th grade, we had to do a music video for music class. And the song Dancing in the Sheets.
Oh,
I was at a
risque.
Catholic school. We did it, but we did a little play on words. We wore sheets like togas. So we got away with it. I don't know why. We did a music video. And there's
dancing in the sheets.
Yep. 8th grade. I hope I didn't totally know what it meant, but I probably did.
I always thought they were saying dancing in the streets, but that's a
You're
different song.
thinking of David Bowie and Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
One of
And
the greatest music videos
This
of all
was-
time.
of all time.
Was this Footloose? What movie was this from?
Dancing in the Sheet.
Yeah, it was
yeah,
Footloose.
it was Footloose.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, it was.
Okay.
I like that song.
Yeah. I might still have it. I'll have to look around for the music video. If I find it, I'll put it on Facebook.
Wow, I'd like to see that.
Please
I'd
do.
like to see the aerobic routine. Really.
Yeah, it just evokes a lot of
Glenn
more
Fry.
insecurities
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
being sweaty when you didn't want to be sweaty.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
changing in
fun.
front of people when you didn't want to change in front of people.
I like it.
It was just it's all there. The last thing, yeah, I guess I only had 4. The last song that when I hear it, it evokes a specific memory is The Jam, their song Absolute Beginners. Now, to tell you that it came out in 1981, I had never heard of The Jam, and I have never heard of the song Absolute Beginners until I started dating Rob.
Okay.
And so this song, he was into the kind of the alternative fun college music when I was kind of in my hair band phase. So I didn't know most of the music that he listened to a lot.
Yeah.
But when we started dating, we made each other mixtapes. And you always,
Yeah.
you learn about the person through the mixtape. Well, I hadn't heard of this song, and it just reminds it's him. It's a fun, jaunty song.
What's it called?
It's called The Jam. It's called Absolute Beginners.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
And it starts with a fun horn beginning. You see what I'm saying? It's fun.
All right, I'll stop.
Okay. So that, we were just getting to know each other. We had maybe been on 1 or 2 dates and we each made each other a mixtape. And this is him.
Yeah.
And so, and I don't hear it a lot, but whenever I do, I just hear the very beginning horns. I'm like, oh, that's back when I was learning to fall in love with Rob.
He would listen to alternative music. I love him.
And rap, because he was rap partners with Kim. He's pretty flexible like that way. But so yeah, that song definitely makes me think. And he said, because I asked him about it, I'm like, do you remember that? We made each other mixtapes. He's like, oh yeah, because he said, if I was on the podcast and I had to talk about a song that reminded me of something specific, he's like, I definitely would pick Sarah Smiles by Hall & Oates, because I put that on my mixtape to him.
I love that song.
And I didn't even remember I put it on there. I go, I did? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's fun.
Yes.
What great taste I have. I would like to say that we would welcome anyone else to reach out and let us know what song triggers a good or bad memory for them. I always love to hear people's stories about music. I think it's fascinating. So please reach out. Tracy, tell us again how people can reach out.
We are on Facebook, Up for Grabs podcast, Instagram, same, Twitter, Up4Grabs podcast, and they can email us at upforgrabs@gmail.com.
Awesome.
I believe that's right.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Turn around.
So we're gonna close this podcast.
We're just gonna sing it out
with a Nightlight love song.
Thank you so much for joining us. We had a fun talking about our traumatic and fun memories. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back with you later.